From a booming Sydney harbour, perfect conditions, clear sky and a classic northeasterly sea breeze, and sure to be plenty of thrills and spills today. For the sixth and final race of the Spring Championship, for the Winning Appliances Trophy, and today's race sponsor is the Noakes Group. And to tell you all about the weather conditions, which will be a classic day, as I said, here's Andrew Buckland. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Afternoon, Pete. Afternoon, viewers. Wherever you are, Sydney looking its absolute best today. Nice high pressure cell in the central Tasman Sea, a low Central Australia, a trough just into the south coast of New South Wales, probably 200 miles away, nautical miles. So looking here at start time, wind speed somewhere around 18 to 22, probably looking at it now. Tide just starting to ebb, and we'll expect a build and more current, more bump. Fabulous action.
Well, the key today will be staying upright, and tell us all about the course. A man that tries to stay upright, Jimmy Bury.
Thanks, Pete. Yeah, today's course, Noakes course. So yeah, we're starting just a bit away from Clark Island, from where we normally start. Work their way up to the Beachville Buoy, up near the Sound Pigs, run down around Shark Island, back down to Clark Island, and they work their way all the way back up to the Beachville Buoy for a really quick run down to Clark Island, then work their way back up to the Beachville Buoy for the last time, around there, around Shark Island, and finish off Clark Island.
Okay, well, remembering it is a three-buoy race, so there'll be the Beachville Buoy will be the furthest weather mark, and there'll be two buoys shorter than that to equate the handicaps, and the scratch boats go to the furthest mark, the Beachville Buoy 3 times, and the other boats have a different configuration. But we'll talk about that as we go through the afternoon. But some big news, there's a few boats that are missing, unfortunately, today. Andu is not racing, Marine Outlet is not racing, and Sixth is not racing. So 3 boats not starting, Sixth, Marine Outlet and Andu. And a few crew changes and a few skipper changes. We've got Mika Lane sailing Finport Finance. Keegan York moves onto the sheet with Brandon Bynick in the bow. We've got Jack Ferguson steering the Rag and Famish with Josh McKnight, and the sponsor's son George Cligras in the bow. And this final race of this series, 6 races, no drops. And we might have a look before we get underway at the point score. It's very tight at the top of the fleet. And today will be the day that will crown the spring champion. And there we go. We've got the Royal Oak leading by 3 points from Yandu. A big job for those two. And then Fisher Paykel well in the hunt on 28 points. Balmain on 31, equal with Smeg. Shaw and Partners 32. And you would think that the winner of this championship will come from probably any of those top 6, but who knows? It's a day that could really cause some upsets. Plenty of breeze, 20 plus knots, classic nor'easter. So as I said earlier, plenty of thrills and spills, Andrew.
Yeah, Pete, I think, we could make a bet that a majority of the fleet will spend some time on the riding lever at some point. And just noting also that there is a fair bit of traffic on the harbour with Cherub Championship, some Ingling Championship, and enough power boats to make it a little bit untidy. And the tide, Jimmy, the ebb, it'll make it stand up.
We'll stand up plenty.
Solidly, and we're just into the second hour of the tide now, so ebb commencing at 13:30. By start time, it'll be getting up towards 2/3 flow, and that will make it tough. And as we noted, this is a tough track. 3 2-mile beats, or a bit less now for the limit boats, but Mr. Lactic and other tiredness events tend to occur in the last lap. And of course, Jimmy, we've sunk plenty of boats on the way to the finish line, haven't we? At Point Piper. So hopefully we don't sink anybody today. But
well, we've been at the Stony area just off Double Bay for about half an hour, and I think the breeze has already lifted a little bit since we've got out here, Andrew. It's a solid 20 plus here, and we say hello to a lot of our regular viewers. Ian Nipper Henderson, he's heard it'll be a little northeast, a little rig. Well, you're 100% right there, Nipper. And we've got a friend from West Wales, Leighton Price, And he's got looking forward to a humdinger of a race. Well, so are we. Leighton, I think we're going to see that. I'm sure it's a bit warmer than it is in West Wales at the moment. Simon Crookshank, greetings from Darwin. Hello to you, Simon. And Mick Ralph, one of our regulars, he's waiting for the action to get underway. So we say hello to all of you and all of those that are viewing. We've got about 11, just under 12 minutes to go to a start. And as I say, we're up off Double Bay, the normal starting area for this nor'easter. And as we look up the harbour, it's just a mass of white caps and all skiffs on their little rigs. I think a couple of reefs have gone in. I saw Noakes Red. I think they're putting a reef in.
Yeah, and Shore and Partners look like they have one as well.
Okay.
Shore and Partners got the deep reef, and they don't have the little reef, which is probably the preferred option. But yeah, they've got a masthead rig, effectively, the top of the mainsail adjacent to the top of the jib. So
Emma Rankin steering Shore and Partners. She's done a terrific job so far this season. And it'll be interesting to see how they go with that reef in, but there's plenty of wind for everyone.
More than enough to go round. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Yeah.
Just watching the fleet come out from Double Bay. There's Lazarus, Tom Kunich, Andrew Isles and Zach Barnabas in the bow today. Or I'm not sure he's on the bow or on the sheet, but anyway, he's on the crew. And they're in irons. There you go, boys. But Zach, of course, had an outstanding year on the rugby field. The season just passed, playing for Manly. He was adjudged the most outstanding newcomer in Shoot Shield, which is the premier competition for Sydney Rugby. Outstanding number 7 or breakaway. And hopefully he'll be down east next year, Jimmy. Have you heard that?
Not a chance now. As much as I love your East team, Shippo, it's hard enough trying to keep him at Manly because his younger brother plays Colts for Warringah, which is a bit further up the northern beaches, for those not around.
Yeah, well, they won the premiership this year, so it's a couple of good footballers in the Barnabas family and good sailors. Of course, their father, Trevor, was an outstanding...
Grandfather,
I'm sorry. Outstanding skiff sailor, and their father also, Trent, was an outstanding skiff sailor. Many championships between grandfather and father. So, sorry, Trevor, I was trying to make you young there, but Jimmy made you old.
Zach's also the reigning 16-foot skiff champion.
Yes, indeed.
Might be hopeless, a lot of them, right?
So under 10 minutes to go for the 6th and final race of this spring championship, and it's getting late in spring, but you could really say this is a summer nor'easter at the moment, Andrew, couldn't you? Clear sky.
No, it's fabulous. And
beautiful nor'easter.
It's not particularly warm. The water temp here only a bit below 22 in the harbour, and not too much warmer down at the ocean beach. And so the breeze is actually quite cool.
Well, we say hello to John Martin, who's from Auckland, New Zealand. Hello to you, John. Hello to Johnny Montgomery. I'm sure you're watching. Graham Bennett from Darwin, the top end. Hello to you, Graham. So it's wonderful to see you all watching us, and I think you're going to see, as I said earlier, some really exciting sailing today, especially down Clark Island when they get to that Shark Island when they get to that jibe mark. That's always well worth
the
watching.
needle and make the jibe, Pete. You up for it?
Ready to go.
Ready to go. So
Had an early night. Okay, there's the first capsize that we can home in on. Oh, Lazarus. They got out of there. Just singing Zach Barnabas's praises, and they're in the tide. Anyway, they've got time to get up with 8 minutes to go to a start. And of course, Jimmy, this new starting equipment they've got, sponsored by Vacaris, that seems to be working very well for both the starters and the boats.
And for us.
Yes, it really
because it lets us know who's over straight away.
Very accurate. So it's been a real bonus.
It's quite a big change, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
Remarkable.
Take a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. Takes the human error out of the race committee job to a large degree, as far as judging OCS.
And a broken boom on Lazarus, if we just get the camera to come around to the left.
So her day is over before it starts. That is bad luck. You see her in a moment.
There she is.
There she is.
It might have just fallen off the pin spike, the tack spike.
Looks like it's detached about halfway. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's definitely
possibly a human
impact, do you think, Jimmy?
impact, looking at where it is.
Yeah.
Sadly for those boys, Lazarus, the day is over and they'll go back to the beach and unrig and hopefully watch the race from our live streaming. So that's bad luck.
I mean,
Lazarus.
Pete, and talking about the Barnabas is just for a second more, one of the best sailing photos of all time, taken by a certain Mr. Chittenden. Trent with the whole 18-footer spinnaker in one hand, standing on the wing, waiting for the opportunity to put it back in the bag in about 20 knots of wind. It's a special.
Okay, well, there's the Three Sturges. We're just waiting for the start in about 6.5 minutes to go. So wherever you're watching around the world, and I hope you'll enjoy it because we're really looking forward to it. Probably the best breeze we've had this year.
Well, Pete, it's funny, isn't it? We haven't had this strength, and certainly, and it's actually great wind. It's not a true sea breeze. But yesterday was pretty similar. Yesterday it was 18 to 25, and
well, you raced the vintage 18s. They tell me you didn't win, Bucko. What happened? Lost a bit of skill or ability? Age?
Old age.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I used the Admiral as the excuse. He was in hospital. So Donnie Buckley, my colleague, not available yesterday for minor health issues. And
So he carried you for all those years, is that what you're saying?
oh, close enough.
Well, we hope you're all right, Andy, if you're watching, and we wish you a speedy recovery.
No, he's well. He's out of
Is he good?
hospital.
That's the good news.
He's perfectly good.
Okay.
It was just a kidney stone. As he said, he learned something. Critical diameter 3 millimetres. There you go. Too much information.
Yeah,
There you are.
absolutely too much. You stick to sailing, Bucko.
Yep.
There's the Rag and Famish. I said Harry Price not steering today. Jack Ferguson on the tiller. There's the Burrowang, Simon Nern. He's always up for a thrill or two. We like to watch him come downwind. Oh, there's another boat up, looking about upwind off Bradley's somewhere. There's a red hull capsized, but we've just heard starting signals. Just under 5 minutes to go. We're up. And we're off Double Bay. There's the ferry out today, leaving from Rose Bay Wharf because Double Bay Wharf's still under reconstruction. And there's the upturned skiff. We think
Noakes, I think.
Noakes Red.
Just looking through the binos.
Yep.
Beck Hancock, Henry Stammack and Daniel McLaughlin. They've got a bit to do. And there's another boat to the left of them, a white hull that's upturned.
Might be new boat. Do you think?
There's a... We can't identify who that is at the moment. But remembering this is a three-buoy race, so it is a handicap race, worked out by the marks they go round.
Yeah.
So we've got Finport and Rag and Famish. They're the two scratch boats. They will go to the furthest mark each time. We've got, here's Yandu without a colour patch on. He's got a new mainsail on. And he's got a new forward hand today. Pete Nicholson comes in with Fang Warren and John Winning. So they've got no sail insignia. And I would think it's a day that Woody looks forward to. Plenty of wind. And boat handling certainly comes into today. And he's second on the point score. 3 points behind the Royal Oak 4-pine, young Jacob Marks, who's had a very impressive start to this season. And there's the overhead shot of Noakes. They've got a bit of work to do. Up they come and over they go. No, they're saving it. Yep.
Saved it.
Saved it. Good work.
That's a good save.
It is a good save so far. They've got to get back to the start. 3 minutes, 10 to go. Oh,
down
no,
she goes.
they're gone. So
Already sinking them.
they will miss the start, I would think. Yeah. There's another boat up there that's just got out of the water, out of the capsized position. I think that was
the new boat, no name, that one.
Yeah, your name here.
Yeah.
Kirk Mitchell, still looking for that elusive sponsor. So if anyone out there, the young team, new boat, good young team, highly recommend that they could be a real threat as the season gets on. But here we go with 2 minutes 40. So what do we do, Andrew? First of Bradley's wins?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big outgoing time.
And the breeze is solider than it was an hour ago, definitely. and looking up the track. It doesn't look like much relief up there, Jimmy, does that?
There is nowhere to hide.
On the left edge there is a little bit, but smoother water. Other side of the ferry track.
Noakes Red still capsized up between the start and basically Bradley's head blinker, so they will miss the start. The other boat that was up there trying to get back, they've got only 2 minutes to come back here. Okay, 2 minutes to go. Full-on nor'easterly breeze here.
And directionally, Pete, dead set 040. Absolutely cracking. So,
there's the ferry.
And for the viewers, the Bureau publishes a pretty good close waters forecast, and they are predicting up to 30 in advance of what the models were all saying. So, and that forecast is actually usually pretty good.
Okay, with a minute 15 to go, I think your name here, or sponsor wanted, or new boat, they've capsized again, I think, up there, Jimmy. And they will miss the start. There's another boat running back down.
Yeah.
Shore and Partners.
Shore and Partners, they're going to be late with a minute to go.
With a reef in.
So 3 boats are definitely going to miss this start.
Yeah.
Noakes Red, Shore and Partners, and
the
your name here.
fleet's kind of lined up with giving good respect, and but they're all just going to jog in and shoot on and off they go.
Yep.
Not going to be any budging or crashing or any of that.
So remembering, no Andu, no Marine Outlet, and no Sixt. So the fleet, and with 3 boats, not going to make this start because they've capsized earlier. It's going to be quite
18 footers.
a long starting line. We've got too many boats on it. 18 footers capsized, Jimmy, have they?
Yeah, just over near Clark Island.
Okay, there's 15 seconds to go. Fleet very well behaved. It's Burrowang in the pole position closest to
Well
committee
behaved
boat.
except for Burrowang.
Oh no, he'll be all right, I think.
No, he will.
5 to go, yeah.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, everyone clean.
Finport
Away
pressing
we go.
all good.
Rag and Famish at the weather end got a good one too. Fisher Pike'll down near the pin, they're away, and Finport in the middle. So everyone just held back that fraction in these very tough, fresh conditions. And we're away to Bradley's. It's Rag and Famish and Burrowang and Finport are the first 3 to step out. Rag and Famish with Jack Ferguson steering, and the Burrowang doing a nice job there. There's Fisher Pike'll, Jordan Gertis. He was the furthest down, closest to the pin. And the foot is down on all these boats on starboard. Hammering away to Bradley's.
Fantastic.
What do you like here, Andrew? Rag and Famish looks solid here.
Yeah, no, he's smashing him at the moment. Higher and faster.
So Sneg also off camera's got a reef in.
Finport not too bad either. I think Burrowang's going to lose out of that sandwich on for the boats at the top end here. On Yandu now.
Okay, that's Yandu. No colour patch. Haven't had time to cut a window in the mainsail either. So the old fella doing all right. Woody love these conditions.
Well, he and the guys would know that if they just start right, they'll get in the top 5, I think.
Big chance.
So pretty big test for these boats with the replacement crews in, Pete. You know, the Rag and Famish and Andu and Finport and you know.
On a day like this, especially with his Rag. So far, so good.
So Balmain at full strength. Be interesting to see how they go. They haven't started well.
No, they haven't.
But she's a long day, and that won't make all that much difference.
The Royal Oak are down at towards the Fisher Pike'll on the leeward end, and they're probably about 5th or 6th at the moment. They're the point score leader. There's a great sight there of the Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, the city skyline. Sydney at its best, but the race is on to Bradley's. Fleet already decimated by a few capsizes, a few gear breakages. Lazarus gone home with a broken boom. Okay, first attack across of the leading group of Fisher Paykel. You'll see him come close to Burrowang here. There he goes, just behind the Burrowang. So at the moment, it looks like probably Rag and Famish could lead.
Yeah, I think Rag and Famish leads pretty easily.
They've got a nice lane into Bradley's. They'll keep going. You'll see the Rag in a moment. There's the Rag. Still going on starboard. Not far off attack, and there's Finport just tacking. Not the greatest of tacks. Here comes the Royal Oak. She's going to cross Yandu.
Smoking amount of wind there.
Young Jacob, Marks, Alex Marinelli and Mark Chapon. And there's another boat capsized. I think that was the Smeg.
Kitchen Maker.
Oh, Kitchen Maker. Another one. Where's the Smeg? He's disappeared somewhere.
Smeg tacked and went behind the camera boat. Shipper.
Okay, fresh. Really fresh here at Bradley's. See the Whitecaps powering down the harbour, outgoing tide.
And the Rag and
Famish. Over. Gone.
Sunk them.
Oh, it didn't take much, did it, Pete?
One shot, one tack. Oh, it's all happening, as they say. It is all happening. So Burrowang standing out, closest to Bradley's now. He's done a good job, Simon Nern. Cam Walker and Paddy Bannon. That's Yandu without the sail insignia. The plain mainsail. He's going to bounce off Bradley shortly. He's got Fisher Paykel just tacking. Okay. I think Yandu tacks. They've got a new bowman today, Pete Nicholson.
An old bowman.
Old bowman. Well, new to them. New to the boat. Come on, Woody, get out, son. There you go. Slowly, slowly.
I think he's a bit tired from yesterday.
There's Burrowang. He's probably, he and Finport close to the lead with Yandu working their way into the place getters here. There's... Okay, well, Finport's tacked. There's a boat in distress there. It's got ripped sails on a...
I think it's
not an 18
English.
footer. It's an English.
I think he's full of water, Pete.
The sail make a job there, or something or other. But anyway, the battle goes on. So Finport,
Just in shot now.
and Yandu.
Finport leads pretty easily.
Well, there's a bit in this, but a long way to go in this freshening breeze. It's a good 20 knots here. Tide going out. So we've got Mika Lane steering, highly qualified skipper. Keegan York, the normal skipper on the sheet. And they're just enjoying these conditions here.
So, Jimmy, give us your guess there for the crew weight on that outfit there with Mika. Mika's pretty light.
Yeah, what would you say? It's probably...
Keegs and Brandon be 90 each, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that'd be probably 90 each, so
Yeah.
probably, what would you say there? 180 plus 70, so...
260, probably just at the low end of the range, but not too bad.
So then, going into Taylor Bay.
Mika's proven his ability to jump boats and get them to go pretty well, so...
Well, you know the Finport's quick anyway,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Ring looks great, by the way.
That's Burrowing to the right, Royal Oak to the left, and in the distance, Finport. These will be top three with Yandu snapping at their heels. The breeze, it looks as though it's a lot in the left here, Andrew. They're going to come back out on a nice high port tack.
Yeah. Well, Pete, the most comfortable place on the track is on the left edge. Water's a little bit smoother, even though you don't get the advantage of the current. The flatter water outweighs the current in this type of boat. Burrowing sailing with plenty of twist.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Looks comfortable. So Finport will come across shortly on port. It's going right into Taylor Bay. That's shout ahead.
Burrowing got new sails or something, Bucko? They're sailing exceptionally well.
Yeah, no, I think that's a new motor, yeah. And for the viewers, the competing events that have grabbed some of the crew, the 16-footer state title is being held in Drummoyne in the Upper Harbour, and Edgell Championships held off Palm Beach. So some of the professional type guys have gone to those two events.
Okay, well here's a close cross. Finport will be a cross.
Finport's there pretty easy, Pete.
Yeah, just a couple of boat lengths in it. And he's got a nice lane now to go out on port, out into the tide, plenty of choppy water. Boys, choppy and fresh. Key will be where Yandu comes out of this. He went out of the middle of the harbour and they'll converge in a moment, but at the moment it is Finport. It's the Royal Oak in about second or third, and Yandu's right in the mix here, as is Fisher Paykel, but now there's the Royal Oak.
So Pete, the Yandu with the little jib.
So at the moment, the order will be, there's Yandu just coming to the picture, gone off the picture now, so Finport leads, Royal Oak and Burrowang close to second, with Yandu fourth. Fisher Paykel will be fifth. So the three top place getters in this championship point score so far are right in the mix. The Royal Oak, Yandu and Fisher Paykel.
And not too far off coming in a shot is Balmain.
No, she's staggered up pretty well here.
From a slow start.
Very, very
They've come
average
ahead.
start, you'd say.
Yep.
And she's right back in the mix.
Yeah.
Another crew that have done well this year. The Balmain boys, Henry Larkins, Finn Sprott and Flynn Toomey. Just about to tack, there they go. That's Yandu tacking up ahead of them.
Was a good tack, and then they just didn't quite get the barrel.
Stall
over. Little stall, but that's okay.
Okay, they're away.
Pretty
They're
windy. That is pretty solid there, isn't it, Pete? Looking at that breeze there. Both sails inverted in the head. Probably.
And they've got a duck coming up here.
Have they?
Spec.
Well done, boys, though. Handled it really well.
Well, there's a lot of this race to play out, let me tell you, with the three long downwinds to come. We're halfway up the first beat of three. It's a three-boy race, so let's just start looking where these boats are going. The Finport Finance has got to go to the furthest mark each time. So that's a real disadvantage for Finport. We've got Yandu goes to the middle the first two times, then the furthest mark. We've got Burrowang. She goes to the shortest mark each of the three times, as does Fisher Paykel. The Royal Oak shortest, then two middles. So this handicapping will certainly have an effect on the fleet and the whole race. And there's Sydney Harbour at its finest. There's the Royal Oak going back on starboard across Yandu.
You know it's fresh when you look downwind, Shibbo, and you can see the whitecaps, don't you?
Absolutely. So where's our friends on Finport? They've gone right in towards bottle and glass on the harbour. They're just tacking now. So they're going to go long tacks, which is probably sensible in these conditions.
And a little bit of flat water relief on that edge as well, if you go far enough. Little fetch down the middle of the harbour all the way from North Head, so another mile and a bit. So fetch gets cancelled out by South Head on the eastern edge.
The boat that sailed very well up here, but besides Finport has been burrowing. There he comes across now. And the mare's Yandu will be third or fourth. Royal Oak into Chowder Bay on George's Head, coming out on a long port tack now. He's probably dropped back to fourth, perhaps.
He might not be very far off laying in the end, Pete, though, from these.
Bit of tide help him.
Big left and...
Okay, so Finport to the furthest mark, Burrowang to the shortest.
Tacking angle in this, you know, only 80 degrees, or a bit inside 80.
Yandu to the middle mark. Balmain, he goes to where? He goes to...
Middle mark.
Middle mark. The first
Two middle
time.
and then long.
Two middle and long, okay. Day gets a little bit longer for him. And it's fresh here. So you'd say that Burrowang will lead quite clearly by going to the shortest mark. There's the Western Channel pile, and the Royal Oaks came out of the lee of that and got a bit shaky.
I think I tried
to duck Burrowang.
Trying to duck Burrowang as well.
Yeah, so they had a bit going on there. So the Royal Oak going to the shortest mark and pretty close to a lie, as you said, Andrew.
Yeah, no, he's lying.
Yeah, there's the mark here. I was looking at the second one.
Yeah.
Well, Burrowang's overlaid then, if that's the case.
Clancy, the overflow, mate.
Yeah, get the jockey pole out now, Simon.
That's right.
Okay, Burrowang can certainly ease the sheets. He's certainly cracked the jib. Now, the Bearaway will be critical here.
The death angle.
To say that it's critical is to underestimate it, Peter.
Well, I'm up front. There's spray. It's wet and wild on the Burrowang and on the Royal Oak. They're almost at the mark. They're just trying to get the bows down. Okay, there goes the Royal Oak. She's around. On her way. Good job, boys. Again, another impressive performance by this young Jacob Marks. Only 16 years. Here goes Burrowang. Whooshka.
Wow.
Good one, Simon Nern.
That's a screamer.
Good set from the...
Remember that one for a while, won't you?
Yeah. Pretty good set on the Oak,
And there's still
considering
Finport, who was probably leading on the water as they came upwind. He's got to go to the furthest mark. And Yandu...
Burrowang's just lost a crew member over the side.
Okay.
Dragging along. Bit of water skiing going on.
You can see...
He'd be lucky to get back on.
Yeah, they got the spinnaker up and still powering. Just what to do here. Just going to collapse the chute, haven't they, to slow it down. Okay, Finport is around, but there's the Royal Oak. She's the leader, a clear leader. Burrowang in all sorts of trouble. Burrowang is now capsized. I can inform you of that. It's been bow down into windward. Fisher Paykel second on the water. Yandu third. Finport will be fourth. Through the staggered marks they go. Here's the race leader.
And that's a pretty good effort from the Finport.
This is a good effort from the Royal Oak. She's really impressive today. Good spinnaker set, and they're off to Shark Island.
And off that long mark, Pete, they're probably going to win this race. Although the next
two, they've got to go to the middle, don't they?
Middle mark, yeah, the middle mark.
So the Burrowang, Jimmy, they lost a crew, and then he tried to slow down, then he went into windward, then he put the bow in.
The comedy.
So it was all happening, as they say. There's the Finport with Mick Lane steering. Keegan, the normal skipper, on the sheet, hammering away in fourth place. So it's a demolition derby at the moment.
Well, the tricky bit yet to come, Peter.
Yep, you've got to get your jibe angle right here.
Well, looking at that,
You wouldn't want to go too far out.
no, time for the leader to jibe.
So Finport
in a bit of bouncy water just in the corner of Nelson Park here on the point.
With Keegan sitting in, are they trying to just get below the
No, they're
point here, you
just
think?
setting up to jibe, mate.
He's been sitting in for...
Yeah.
Is he scared?
Yeah, probably. Good stuff.
Say hello to Boris, all the way from Puerto Rico is watching. So hello to you, Boris. Oh, Graham Long, you're watching this, Graham. Oh, it looks ugly. It looks ugly. He's going to get out of it. Is he?
It's called a safety jibe,
Yeah,
Peter.
okay.
They made it look a bit unsafe.
Well, they
but
certainly made it look ugly.
they got through.
Michael Jarvis is watching from Seattle. Hello to you, Michael. As we are screaming off downwind to Shark Island. Fisher Michael fourth. That's Shark Island in the distance. That's the island they've got to get round. Fisher Michael jibing to come back now. Fisher Michael second, and right at the leading group is the Royal Oak just screaming down the side of Shark Island, going to drop the chute, I think, off camera to get up to the mark. Just left the jibe a bit too late. There he is, got the spinnaker down. Oh, no, they haven't. They've got the spinnaker over the side. Oh, this is trouble here for the Royal Oak.
Yeah.
Oh,
He got going again.
he's got it up in the boat.
Fisher and Michael, they're out of
Fisher
control.
Michael, they've got plenty on. It's a war of attrition out here. Okay, the Royal Oak is up. Well, didn't go over, but he got the spinnaker over the side. He got the spinnaker on board. He's about 5 boat lengths from the actual turning mark here at Shark Island. It'll be a rehoist, but he's...
And he's wondering where all the wind went, Pete.
Yeah. So Fisher Michael's got a Royal Oak spinnaker, so it is a little confusing, but anyway, here's the real Fisher Michael just going off camera. Here comes Yandu and Finport.
And Balmain.
And Balmain screaming
control.
down at an
That's
orange
awesome.
chute. Finport dropped early. Now Yandu is dropping.
What have we got here, guys?
There's a few soft spots you can see from the overhead shots there, but that's the green chute of the Royal Oak. And now these boats are all coming in main and jib now. Just got too tight down here.
Except for the Balmain, not in shot, coming with the orange chute.
Yeah, they're going to barrel down in a moment.
Go round to the right.
And he might be able to hang on to this. He's flying here. Oh,
Fantastic action, boys
I
and
think he'll
girls.
get there.
Yep.
These boys, Henry Larkins, fantastic job. Well done.
Yep.
Look at this, powering into second place.
Bit of
That's how you do it. Wow.
A-grade yachting, Pete.
Terrific.
And Smeg doing the same thing. They're going to carry the chute all the way to the...
Oh, there's plenty
mark.
of action at this jibe mark. Here's a go. Fisher Michael. Yandu, still the jibe.
Balmain.
Finport's jibe.
Balmain.
Balmain jibe. Great effort.
No, perfect bit of yachting from those boys.
Great crew work from Finn Sprott and Flynn Toomey on the Balmain. Spinnaker's now being hoisted on those boats that had to drop. Oh, Yandu's in trouble.
Yep.
Off camera without a spinnaker. Almost took it down. Smeg's off camera jibing. Okay, we're away to Clark Island.
Sort of.
Plenty of action.
Sort of. This is all the boats that are upright.
No one else.
no one else I can see.
Upright at this stage. There's Smeg. Nathan McNamara, Jed Cruikshank and Jack Taylor. Right in the hunt, we've got a reef in the mainsail.
Just a nice little reef. That might be workable. There they go, folks. This orange spinnaker is Balmain, the two white ones, Finport and Royal Oak.
Yandu
Sorry, Fisher and Michael.
Yandu have got a problem, no spinnaker yet. I don't know what the issue is there. They're just main and jib reaching. Boy, there's plenty of wind as they get out of the side of the lee of Shark Island. It'll be an early drop, I think, and as they get to the western side of Point Piper. So Balmain's got himself into second spot. Great sailing.
Finport not going too badly either, Pete.
Fisher Pike all down to leeward. Still no spinnaker on Yandu.
Balmain.
Well, they're off.
Yeah.
They're off to the races, these three. But meanwhile, at the front of the pack, the Royal Oak has dropped the spinnaker and is approaching the leeward mark. Look at these. This is 18-foot skiff sailing at its very best. Fantastic. Balmain's dropped. These two are hanging on. Who's first to cough here?
Yeah, no need to push your luck on this one, Peter.
No. Get it down, get it tidy with Jordan Curtis. Has pushed the envelope here. He's punched himself out into second.
Well, he's going to
He's going to get the spinnaker down.
Going to go around the back of the ferry.
There's a big cruise
ferry in the
boat.
way.
Still, the Royal Oak is still around. So they've closed up on the Royal Oak, who's going round the weather mark now. Whoa.
The leeward mark, Peter.
The leeward mark. There he goes, he's round. So next to be round, I think, will be Balmain. This leeward mark, so two more long beats. Oh, Balmain's in trouble.
Wow.
Balmain's in big trouble.
They got out of it.
Just got out of it.
Dial up is hard in this wind. They were dialing up and got a little unstuck. But he's got to bow back down to get to the mark.
Okay, and he'll be second, Balmain.
Yeah, and that's a great effort off his row F start. Crikey, one might say. So the crew's now going, well, that was one lap. Can we do two more? Oof. Deep breaths, men.
So Finport, the scratch boat, he'll be third with Fisher Paykel just outside him at the leeward mark. Then not far out of it is Smeg. And then Yandu has got the spinnaker up at last.
Shaw and partners are heading home, Pete, just looking out over towards Double Bay.
Okay, their day's done, yep. So there's not many left, is there?
No, and Peter, looking upwind, what do you reckon? A bit more.
A bit more.
A bit more than last
And
time.
they've got two long beats to go.
Yeah.
It'll be a tiring day. As Yandu...
just cruising into the bottom mark.
Yeah, they had a problem. They couldn't get the spinnaker up after the jibe mark.
No.
And so they've given a lot away. So the fleet barrel off towards Bradley's head.
A lot of sailing to go, though, Peter. I wouldn't be in any hurry if I was Mr. Winning.
And Burrowang is back up there just at the Shark Island.
Okay, we'll watch them on the jibe, Jimmy.
A little bit far away, folks, but...
Oh, well, there's always something happening when the Burrowang's around.
You can have a special camera at Burrowang Camp.
Well, he had a terrific first beat. The Burrowang. He was very strong. So it's a race to Bradley's head again. So that's what Johnny Winnie's looking at, the 5 boats in front of him.
Looks very windy and very left at Bradley's.
Big run out tide, so there's plenty of chop.
Yeah.
Mixed up with powerboat wake. Not an easy day.
No. Some mighty good sailing from the Balmain boys. Got it down the run, got the jibe angle right. Or close to.
Now, here's your trivia question for the day, Bucko.
Yep.
What well-known and highly skilled yachty son watches us from Stuttgart in Germany?
Stuttgart, something like buying a Porsche.
He lives in Stuttgart, but he's in Sydney at the moment. There you go. His father's a highly respected and skillful yachtsman. And his son watches every week from Stuttgart. So I'll leave that with you. You've got about an hour to get it right.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, it's your shot. Shout, and there's the leader. You can have a shout at the Royal Oak for me, Bucko.
No worries, Pete. No problem. I'll just put the money on the table now. Get it over and done with.
I didn't think about it.
Here we go, the Royal Oak. So, Jacob will be a really good sailor when he grows up, won't he? God almighty.
Fantastic.
Still in high school.
16 years old and won't be 17 until the JJ. So this is an outstanding performance.
Fantastic.
He led the 29er Worlds through the qualifying series in Weymouth this year. Finished 7th in the final series.
And credit to obviously Alex Marinelli and Mark Chapon, some more experienced guys, but fantastic to see.
He was coached by Alex Marinelli, and who decided to hand over the driving responsibilities to. They're just tagging, handing it over to Jacob as they're going upwind now.
I'll tell you why it's effective. You can see over everybody's heads. It's about 6 foot something in the old language.
The harbour starting to clear now of other yachts, although there's a couple of yachts still going upwind, but looking towards the weather marks, it's relatively clear. Off camera we see that it looks like the Rag and Famish are going home.
Zoom top of screen.
Yeah. So this time the Royal Oak goes to the middle mark of 3. Balmain, they go to the middle mark. Yandu go to the middle mark. Finport go to the furthest mark. Fisher Pike will go to the shortest mark. So still a lot of mix up of where they go and distance to sail. Gee, you've got to be impressed by this performance, Andrew.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're just moving their work beautifully here. Great boat handling. But there's a fair way to go. They've got to get a couple more runs done and a beat and a half to go. But at the moment, things are looking pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I think 3 boats have been relatively error-free. Royal Oak, Finport and Balmain. And it's a stern test in this strength and water roughness.
So if you've just joined us, there's no Andu today, no Marine Outlet, and no 6. They didn't start. And then before the start, Noakes Red, I think they retired. Certainly Lazarus retired with a broken boom. And since then, I think Rag and Famish have gone home. Shaw and Partners has gone home. The 18-footer, we haven't seen them, Jimmy. They capsized just before the start, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, I haven't
seen them come up.
I've seen the new boat was going around Shark Island just as we were heading over this way.
Yeah, well, they had a capsize right at start time, so they gave a lot away. But there's the race leader in Taylor Bay. Plenty of white water here.
Yes, a little bit of compression here on the western edge where Royal Oak is. It's pretty solid. Rig looks good though. Every bit of Cunningham iron. Mainsail like a piece of ironing board. Fantastic. The head of the mainsail just lying in the onset flow and very low drag setup.
Not far off attack. That's in Taylor Bay. They're just getting a little bit of a wobbly there. They'll think about it. There they go.
Not a bad place for a little wobble though, Pete. Wobble your way into the lulls.
Yep. And a bit of flatter water.
Yep.
Out on port, a long port tack. Get out in the middle, tide bashing you up to windward. What could be better?
Well, in a flood tide, it's actually a nice track.
See the harbour relatively empty now. Yachts, but probably powerboats haven't started their run back from Manly and quarantine yet. A bit early in the day. It's only 3:15 here in Sydney.
A perfect day. Water temperature nearly 22 inside the harbour.
Jimmy, you get me ahead of him. I'll rank second place behind him.
So looking back, it's probably Balmain and Finport battling it out for second. This fleet very spread out. Today's race sponsor is the Noakes Group, and the trophy for the Spring Point score is the Winning Appliances Trophy, remembering that Royal Oak is the point score leader going into this final heat. No drops, 6 to count. Just looks so comfortable, Andrew, doesn't he, in these conditions?
Well, got the right rig and the setup's good. Doesn't have the bigger number 2 jib, so
Another friendly powerboat, just goes right across in front of them.
yeah. And I think what we'll see now, Pete, is they'll get a bit conservative. Long legs all the way the other shore, less tacks. Try and tack in the smooth water on the edges. And it looks like the breeze just stronger on average on the western shore, the left edge looking upwind. A little bit less on the right edge because it's that 04-05-ish compass wind.
Are they going to tack? Okay, mid-harbour they're tacking.
Well, there you go. What would I know?
Well, they did the similar course last time. They got into George's Head and tacked and came out and laid from that point. So I think they'll go back in there again and have another go at that. But although they're going to a different mark this time, they went to the shortest mark. Now they're going to the longest. The middle. Don't get too shocked there. And then Finport, long way back in second, or Balmain's probably second, Finport third. That's Finport coming off the shore there.
Anyway, travelling with a Royal Oak 4 Pines. He does look pretty comfortable, doesn't he? He just cruising along. Boat speed up around 14 knots. VMG pretty close to 10. Not bad. Very solid bit of wind coming down the left edge here though, Peter. Jib easing territory. Here they go.
The trailing pack coming off the headland in the distance behind them.
They sail upwind in this wind strength with the jib all the way outward on the car. The jib effectively sheeting on the gunnel. Quite wide, about 12 degrees, I think.
Jacob Marks at the helm, Alex Marinelli and Mark Chapon, the crew who are really putting a stamp on this race at this stage. But as we keep saying in this breeze, a lot to play out. They're not far off attack here. They're getting a bit smoother water. It'll be a bit. There they go.
Go to the edge of that puff and tack.
Yep.
That'll be good.
Come out in a nice left-hand port tack.
Great tack.
Beautiful tack for 22 knots of wind where they tack probably.
They mightn't be far off this lay here.
No, above the white light they should lay. Just. Yeah, maybe. Just maybe.
Tide going out, so it'll be assisting them. Ferry coming out, but no problem.
So this time down, VMG run all the way back down to the bottom, which has been known to cause trouble because they end up having to jibe at Bradley's Head in the strongest and bumpiest, shall we say. No total avoidance, strong and bumpy at Nielsen Park, the alternative pathway. Bradley's Head been known to be a bit of a problem area.
A graveyard.
Something like that,
Yep.
Yes.
It's a real battle for second and third. Finport in the mix, but he's got to go to the furthest of the 3 boys. Now we ought to lay here, Andrew. We're not far off it, are we? For the middle mark.
Yeah, they're comfortable.
No, they're letting them rip right now, I would say. But they have been sailing quite accurately. They overstood a little bit of the jibe, but not by much.
This Finport in the distance coming up on starboard. They've done a good job too, Finport.
Yeah.
So he'll be clearly second on the water, but going to the furthest mark, he'll give a bit away.
These boys getting ready for the bear away, Pete. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hang off.
You tell me what to do.
Back of the bus.
Just hang on.
And hang on.
Close my eyes and hang on.
That'll do. That'll do.
Okay, we're at the weather mark the second time. Here's the race leader, the Royal Oak. Oh, nice lay. Okay, here we come.
Back of the bus.
Back of the bus.
Double-decker bus. Let's go. Not a problem in the universe.
Nice job. Whoa, good puff too.
Yep.
Now the long run down to Clark Island. So the only boat that's going to get an advantage here will be Fisher Paykel, because they go to the shortest mark, but where does Balmain go? They go to the middle mark. Yandu goes to the middle mark. Poor old Finport's got to go to the furthest mark. But anyway,
Balmain on a lay, Pete.
oh, here's a
Not
go.
too far away.
That's Yandu and the Royal Oak.
Great stuff here of the Oak. Smoke gun.
They're going to run in towards Nielsen before they jibe, I think. That's Nielsen Park in the background. And they go for the jibe now, I think.
Yeah, bit of smooth water. Good stuff, boys. Pretty safe. Hold the sheet on. Yep.
Nice.
On the Balmain, turning the corner.
Balmain, they are at the middle mark, so they will be second. And they're not out of this race. They've sailed a very good couple of beats. They've got from a very, you'd say, ordinary start. Here's Mika Lane at the helm of Finport, Keegan on the sheet, and Brandon Byack. They're around. And what's happening to their spinnaker? Is it caught? No, it's okay.
Problem? No, it's just got a half a wrap and they don't have enough weight on the wing. Or they just got it out.
Oh,
wow. No, is it stuck on the top of the jib or
There's
something?
Finport. That was Balmain that had the trouble. Fisher Paykel's round in second because they went to the shortest mark. That's them with the white chute.
Yep.
Balmain now got their spinnaker set.
Got going.
So it's Fisher Paykel second, Balmain third, Finport 4, Yandu 5, Smeg 6. Yandu getting a bit wobbly at the weather mark. But
He
we're on Balmain.
got a nice little lull. Balmain torching away downhill.
They were great downhill last time.
Absolutely.
Didn't have to drop their chute and they powered into second place. So this run is straight back to Clark Island, back near the starting area.
Yeah. So both these guys jibing before a big powerboat wash. Powerboat running down the eastern shore. Big wash.
Well, it says Royal Oak, that is Fisher Paykel on the left, Balmain on the right. Full wick now. That's Burrowing still slugging his way upwind. Good on him. Hasn't given it up. Look at Balmain. He is really showing some skill downwind, as is Fisher Paykel. Great technique on Balmain here. They're quick downwind, Andrew, aren't they? These boys, they know how to do it. No, they sail the boat well. I still think that's a pretty good looking shoe. You know, newly mended over at Nick Darley's loft. They're absolutely flying downwind here. What speed are they at, Jimmy, do you think?
33 knots at the moment.
It's not too bad, is it? Okay, now, there's the leader.
Setting up to jibe at Bradley.
Oh, there's water everywhere. There's rough water.
It's rough.
Oh, he's got a bit on here.
It's rough and fresh.
he's going to make a decision shortly, or else he'll have to put the wheels down. Oh, it's bouncy. See the bow going up and down. No, they're gone. They're gone. They're over. You can just see they got unstable there, didn't they? Got real bouncy.
Yeah, that's a big swim too.
It's not a good capsize.
No.
You'd have good capsizes and bad capsizes. That's not a good one. So, what have we got now?
What do you think there, Jimmy? No main sheet off.
So what, Fisher Pike will jump Balmain?
I think just washed a bit of speed off and then, you take the headland out of the way. They'd probably get the nerves get up and everything else.
Oh, Balmain's got a bit on too. Fisher Pike got rolled by Balmain, and now Fisher Pike has got back in the lead by a fair way.
So it doesn't take much at 25, 28 knots or whatever they're doing.
Okay, Fisher Pike will jibing early. It's going wobbly too. It's wobbly.
Everybody's wobbly.
It's wobbly. It's wobbly. It's double wobbly. They're over. They're gone. Wow. Demolition Derby.
And Finport, the last two survivors.
Well, Balmain looks like
and the Yandu.
And Balmain's very wobbly off camera. Let me tell you.
It is fresh here. It is windy.
Windy and bouncy.
We did say it might be.
Yeah, it is a demolition derby here. You've got to jibe Balmain.
Oh, he's going to jibe with a flapping spinnaker. That's not
he's
really,
in trouble. He's in real trouble here.
He's not recommended. He's on the bricks.
Well, he's got a jibe. He will be on the bricks. Oh, he's dropping the chute.
He's going to granny. No, that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, so advantage Finport, advantage Yandu. Big time.
Well, the Balmain will get out of that, and they'll just come back, and Tussale maybe down to the bottom. Who knows?
So Finport leads
straight down the middle.
Dear. And Yandu not far out of it.
Right.
The old blokes have got the job done here. Mick Lane at the helm of Finport.
Going down the middle of the harbour at about 25 knots.
Keegan earning his money today on the sheet.
Oh, he loves it, doesn't he, Jimmy?
Well, used to be a half decent sheet, and back in the 16s.
So what do you reckon?
So he's not half decent today?
No.
They're getting a terrific ride.
Always riding Keegs, but he's a good operator, good
absolutely.
sailor. Puts a lot back into the sport. He's also one of the bosses of the moth class.
So the interesting thing is here, both Finport and Yandu, the next time up, have got to go to the furthest mark. Now, can any of these boats get themselves up and extract out of the water and get back into the game? The only one is Balmain, who's still afloat, but he's got to go to the furthest mark as well. So, boy, that was disappointing for the Royal Oak and Fisher Pike. They're both still in the tide.
Well, Pete, looking at the water state, it's right at the limit of what's survivable.
It got really bumpy in
reality.
They all got unstable.
Yeah.
It was tough, very tough. Might look easy, but it's certainly not.
Nothing easy.
There's Woody sitting in the boat. Beautiful.
And both the leaders will giant drop at the bottom here, which takes a fair bit of the risk out.
That's Yandu without the colouring patch on his sail. New mainsail. No time for the colour patch. Finport in the background. Mick Lane steering.
No, Finport going to drop a job early. Or drop in granny, perhaps.
Very early.
No, he's a bit overstood, perhaps.
Okay, well, this will close things up a little. If Yandu could get this accurate. Well, they'll close right up here.
No, they'll surely drop. No point in completing the job, I don't think.
Both these two boats to the long mark this time, right?
Yep. So there's boats over, capsize everywhere. There's another boat capsized down here at the leeward mark. I think it's the
Kitchen maker.
kitchen maker, is it?
Yep.
Righto.
Finport. Okay, Finport. Okay, here goes Yandu, top of screen. Oh, hang on, Woody.
No, they're going to take it down. That's
he's
the
right.
right answer. Finport.
Oh, Finport's
Good two-sail job.
Yeah, nice.
Wing in the water. Wing in the water.
Got to get the bow up now.
Balmain's back up. And
Balmain a fair way back, but he's still going to go to the furthest mark as well. So certainly advantage Finport and Yandu. Kitchen maker completely upside down here at the leeward mark. Oh, Yandu's in trouble. Yandu's capsized into windward. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
The windward skate, Pete.
Oh,
Didn't you talk to John about that?
I don't think you'd want to listen to me now. Well, it is a survival of the fittest. We thought it might be the case, but boy, it's been this a demolition derby.
So you go to Bill.
Well, some pretty good sailing though too, Peter. I mean...
Oh, terrific sailing by all these boats until they capsized, but it's Finport, the only one that hasn't capsized.
No, and Balmain hasn't capsized.
Oh, Balmain didn't. He missed the... Had to drop at the jibe, yeah.
He took a conservative and quite clever option, in fact.
Well, I think he didn't have much option.
Oh, yeah.
He had to do something because he was going to run onto Bradley's head.
Yep. Yeah, he just got in too much wind and too much lump. Is he going to drop or jibe? No, he's going to drop.
I think.
No, that's a good call.
Now,
The Royal Oak is back upright, just under main and jib coming down.
Oh, okay. Where is he, Jimmy?
Just
fair way
in line
back.
with Steel Point.
Well, the
Still
point score's
fair
up for grabs here, this championship, spring point score. Royal Oak leads from Yandu. Yandu's still upside down in Double Bay. Balmain coming around in second spot. So we'll just have a look at this point score, what it does for us. Just somewhere here.
It's on the screen if you want it.
Okay, well there's the point score there as it stands going into this race. Remember, there's no drop, 6 to count. So the Royal Oak leads by 3 from Yandu. Fisher Paykel, so he's still upside down, I think, at Bradley's head. So if Royal Oak can get around here, where is he now, Jimmy? He's coming down with the main and jib.
Still yet to jibe.
Yeah, Yandu's still capsized, but Balmain are up and going. They are in 4th spot on the point score. They're still very much in the mix.
I got some issues with the spinnaker in the bag, but there we go.
So the Royal Oak are down off point pipe. They've got a jibe, and they'll main and jib reach into this leeward mark. So can they get round in front of Yandu, who's still upside down? Well, they're slowly getting it up now.
They'll be there a while, Pete, I'd suggest. It's pretty windy.
It is windy, but I think if they can get it up, they could lead.
The boys on the Balmain just tidying up their shoe, getting ready to think about attack.
Meanwhile, at the front of the ferry, it's Finport that keeps on keeping on in an outstanding performance so far. We've seen some great performances, but we've seen some really good capsizes that have brought this fleet back to earth, or back to sea, whatever way you look at it. Okay, Yandu is up, and the Royal Oak is up and coming in. But I think Yandu will get round in 3rd spot off camera. We're on Balmain, who's 2nd. So there's a final beat up towards Sow and Pigs. Finport going to the furthest mark. Yandu will go to the furthest mark. Balmain to the furthest mark. So none of these 3 boats will have an advantage. So Yandu is just getting going, and Royal Oak is barrelling down. So it's going to be close between Yandu and Royal Oak here. Off camera down at this leeward mark.
Got the defibrillator ready, Pete, for your old mate.
Well, it's a tough day. Tough day for anyone. If you're 72
Balmain having a wobble
years
there.
of age, it's probably doubly difficult if you're at plus 70. But anyway, Balmain's got themselves out of trouble, have they? Yes, just.
Yeah, they're
settling down now. Meanwhile, Finport is up off Shark Island. He's laying right into Shark Island. I think it'll be minimise the tax. Okay, Royal Oak, off camera, Royal Oak has just gone around in front of Yandu. That's the battle for 3rd, and that's probably the battle for the point score for the Spring Championship.
Travelling nicely here with Balmain. Good shot.
See the white caps there. Off
Very solid pressure on the
Bradley's head,
left-hand edge where they are.
That's
Wow.
the breeze really funneling around Bradley's head now. Really choppy, tide running out, and that water brought a lot of boats to grief for that jibe mark, Andrew.
Yep. Incredible.
Although the jibe wasn't the jibe mark, where they all decided to jibe right on Bradley's.
Yeah. Pick your poison, Bradley's or Nielsen Park. And Nielsen Park might have been a bit easier.
Better option, perhaps.
Yep.
Easy from here, but
Surely.
wow, this is good breeze now.
There's Royal Oak on screen and Yandu in the background.
Okay, well that's first and second on the point score and third and fourth on the race course. So there's not many left behind them. Did anyone else? Jimmy, where'd the
The new boat, I've seen the new boat somewhere.
Fisher and Pike's upwind of us in the tide.
Fisher Pike.
Oh, they're still in the capsize, are they?
Yep.
Wow, that's... they're off Bradley's Head. They've got themselves into second place before their tumble. So their day is well and truly over. There's a red boat, I think, capsized upwind. There's only about 4 on the racetrack. Where did the Burrowang end up? We saw them going upwind. I haven't seen them come downwind.
That usually means one thing, Peter, doesn't it?
Yes, they're probably on the fin trying to get it up.
On the riding lever. God, it looks even windier upwind than the last two. Crikey.
I'll go back and have a look at the Royal Oak and Yandu. Both had capsizes. Royal Oak at the got wobbly at the jibe at Bradley's Head, and Yandu into windward at the leeward mark.
It's still carrying on, so cycle again. Still lifting.
The Royal Oak struggling.
The Royal Oak is struggling. What's happened there? He very
Just got Frank Hyde, I think.
Yeah.
Just very solid pressure.
just couldn't get himself sorted out there.
Yeah.
They're both boats on port now. It's very windy and choppy here at Bradley's Head. Now the camera doesn't really tell you how bad it is. It's really fresh here. We've got a good solid 20 here.
So Jimmy, get
There's spray everywhere on these boats. They'll be tired boys tonight.
your winger comes down.
So Woody having a little rest on the wing.
I don't blame him. We're tired looking at them. Oh, the Royal Oak's almost in trouble. He's going to capsize again. Royal Oak's capsized off camera.
And Woody's having a big battle here with some seaway.
Yeah, I don't know whether he tacked then or what he did. He went up into the breeze, Royal Oak, off camera. That's him at the top left. So,
Some powerboat watch and some ebb tide here. Very tough looking
it's
bit of water.
bouncy. You can see the waves there, Yandu up and down. So, what's that mean for the Royal Oak? Well, he's got to get himself up. He's got to finish, really.
I'm not sure what happened there. It might have been the tiller extension let go, Pete.
Yeah, something didn't look right.
Got that sort of look to
To
it.
be scared to come to the boat. That's can't land. Just closer, Jimmy. Jimmy, turn right and land. Stop the road. Come in, yes. Come back in.
It's Bradley's Head in the background, so Yandu into third spot.
So we're still travelling with the Yandu, bouncing away.
You're on camera, Jimmy. Jimmy, go. It's all right. You've got it, sorry. Yeah, the drone land.
He's going to do the long taxis, going into Shark Island.
Yeah, the less tax theory, keep it simple.
Gee, it's fresh here now.
And looking upwind, it looks a bit scary, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Big chop here. White caps everywhere.
Well, the Sydney Harbour closed waters forecast might have been pretty accurate.
Well, they said it's going to touch 30 at times late in the afternoon. I don't think it's 30 yet, but it's getting up there.
It's getting near, indeed.
So, just for the viewers, we've just got a small little tech issue with our main camera, which we're working on, and the drone is come down, just about to go back up. So, get you some good pictures back shortly.
So So I've just got a bit of updates. We've got Shaw and Partners is back at the beach, so that's good. They're safe. Rag is out, retired. And Alex Marinelli. Okay, Buck, here's another trivia question for you. He's doing his first Hobart race this year. On what boat?
I have to take the question on notice, Peter.
Geez, there's 2 questions, and so there's 2 schooners you owe me at the Royal Oak.
Fair enough. Sleeping twice the price, Peter.
URM maybe?
Jimmy, that's a schooner you owe me. I'm going. Well, I'll be snake's hissed by the time I get to the end of the day.
Won't be the first time.
No, won't be the last. Okay, I'll tell you, it's a 52-footer. Okay?
Okay. I might phone a friend in a minute or
No, can't phone a friend.
Can't phone.
The 52 is skippered by a former JJ winner. There you go.
That's just a little list. Travelling with the Yandu. Woody,
Andrew changing the subject conveniently.
no, good. Nice segue, I thought.
Yeah, well, Yandu now clearly third. So will this be enough? It's Rag and is the Royal Oak got himself out of the capsize? That's the question. Otherwise, all going according to plan here, that Yandu will probably win the spring point score. Oh, there's another boat up here with his mainsail down. Red Hull, who's that, Jimmy? One of ours, is it? Up off Steel Point.
Who is it?
Is that Noakes red? Did they? No.
Smeg it is.
Smeg, okay. He's coming home. Mainsail down under jib.
Coming home with a wet sail, as they say.
Yeah, very wet sails, but well, this is a war of attrition out here today. The leader's plunging upwind in 22, 23, 24 knots. Big seas, choppy seas. We're on Yandu. They're in third spot, and Balmain was second when we last saw them, and Finport was the leader. Okay, I'll put you out of your misery, Bucko.
Yeah, go.
On Maritimo 52 with Speezy.
All right.
Alex Marinelli is doing his first Hobart race.
Thank you.
So he'll be well tuned in ocean racing by Speezy, no doubt. And a good boat too, and a good campaign for Bill Barry Cotter and the Maritimo boys. So there'll be one boat to watch out for, no doubt, in the Hobart race. And the other thing is, Jimmy, I can't see whether the Royal Oak I think they might have got themselves up. There's one boat way back down near the leeward mark that's coming upwind, but we'll see them a bit later. But we're on Yandu.
Oh, sorry, you're on there.
We're on Yandu, standing into the western shore. The leaders are getting up towards the top mark. We're kind of halfway up the track.
So do you want the other answer to the trivia question, Bucko?
No, let me take another half an hour to think about that one.
Stuttgart, Germany. Come on.
Stuttgart, Germany.
Okay, there's Woody. Woody, just take it easy, but all he's got to do is finish, and if Royal Oak doesn't finish, John winning and Yandu will win the spring championship. To finish first you must finish, and it's the old story.
Yeah.
So it is today.
It's been a pretty tough day, hasn't it?
Yeah, tough day all round. I think there's a couple of boats. A boat running down with just a jib. Is that a burrowing out there, perhaps? No, it's not. I don't know what happened to burrowing. We saw them going upwind, but we haven't seen them come downwind, so I can only think they've perished somewhere along the line. It's a very empty harbour at the moment. 3 or 4 18s, it's all that's really left.
You could get wet, sunburnt and windburnt all at once. Still travelling with Yandu about halfway up the beat on the western shore.
Going to Chowder Bay.
Chowder in the background, beautiful little park, beach, swimming pool, cafe, etc.
Choppy, windy, full-on sunshine, and really the camera doesn't do justice how windy it is out here. There is plenty for everyone. We've seen this fleet being decimated today.
Yeah, literally, Peter, nearly decimated.
Okay, so Finport's round.
I think there's the burrowing up there, Pete, over to the left.
Oh, yeah, he must have had a... Yes, burrowing still going up for the second time.
A long bath.
Gee, he's got a long day ahead of him. He's going to finish with Finport, with Mick Lane, driving for Keegan York, who's on the sheet, and Brandon Binding doing a terrific job. Solid throughout, having gone to the longest mark each time.
And Balmain still upright in second for the viewers. Balmain left of screen, to the left. Finport centre there in plenty of wind.
So the run down to Shark Island, a couple of jives to get down there, then the jive of the island, and then the run to the finish. And off-camera, Burrowang's in all sorts of trouble. He stopped sailing. I think he's got a few issues over there near the Western Channel Pile Light. But meanwhile, Finport keeps on keeping on. She's got a big lead now.
And he won't mind this. Skating down the eastern shore. Might be able to avoid a jive here.
Yeah, great performance by Mick Lane at the helm. Step in and do a job like this, that's a pretty top-class effort.
It's A grade in A grade.
Okay, we're on the way to the finish. Shark Island awaits.
They're going to do a jive at Neil over. Let's watch, guys.
Keegan having a front row seat in the middle there. He's taking it easy. Get down to Steel Point. They're not far off a jive.
They're going to try and sail out of the bumpy water, I think, here.
And jive in a bit flatter water, are they? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if they can do that.
Close to it.
Yeah. He's having a go at it. Yeah. It's right at Steel Point. There's the Steel Point.
Here they go.
There he goes.
Perfect jibe.
Well done. Lovely. They won't stand out here long.
No, they only need to go for about 30 seconds on starboard. My goodness, that was a good jibe, Peter, wasn't it?
You'd call that a ripper. Full mast too. They're really getting out there into some pressure and some waves.
So they
won't be far off a jibe. They've just got to pick their moment
here. They need to jibe early rather than late here.
Yes, got to pick their moment. They can't leave it too much longer. Will they be overcooked?
Yeah, no, they're going in now.
Okay, Keegan's in.
Good technique. Good technique. Great, boys. Great.
Nice.
And now the scary bit, Peter,
yes.
Right? Are you ready for it?
Down the side of Shark Island.
No,
that looks pretty good to me.
No, they'll have to drop.
Yeah, but
And for the viewers, Balmain has just rounded the
top
marks now.
Second spot. There's a couple of boats coming upwind. He's one of them rag and famished, but meanwhile, Finport, he's well below the island at the moment. At full wick.
Yeah, he can cruise home from here though, Pete. He doesn't have to do anything.
No. Well, stay afloat. That's what you got to do, Andrew.
Keegan's not even all the way out on the wing.
Is he? They're getting a beauty. It's going to be a bit... there's gnarly ones coming over the top. They're trying to get the bow up.
Might be a little lull for him here.
No, they're going to drop, I think.
Yep.
Then they go.
Well, got a good lead. They can two-sail reach the last league without losing the lead. So this is not unwise what they're doing, even though the breeze was about to favour them to
To collapse a little, but it's nice, safe and sure sailing. Spinnaker will be down. Oh.
There's your battery.
Don't tangle the halyard, Andrew. I told you that.
I never, ever, not ever, Peter. Wash your mouth out with soap.
Easy at the moment. It's quite down pressure here.
Yeah.
It's getting the hills of Rose Bay are affecting the breeze, but just a nice cruise to the jibe mark.
And then they'll probably do a two-sail jibe and then just rehoist from the leeward side.
You would think so. Or, as I say that, they get a bit of a squall. Look at this.
Yeah. If he said it looks easy. Oh, well. We haven't sunk too many guys today, Peter. Come on.
There's the mark.
There's no one left to sing.
I know, that's fair call.
Famous totem pole to the right, the Yachting Association mark, the rounding mark. Okay, getting ready to jibe, as you say. There they go.
Beautiful two-sail jibe.
Okay.
And might even just sit here and wait and have a look at this angle, Pete.
Go for the shoot.
You've got to go for it,
No
don't you?
mucking around. It's 19 footer, mate. All right. Fair enough.
Now the question for us all is, did Royal Oak get up and go upwind again?
They were flopping along semi. I think they've got some tiller issue, Pete. Just looking at what they were doing, but
We'll soon see. But there's Balmain off Steel Point.
Pete, the Royal Oak is up and rolling over at Clifton Gardens, still working their way
Well,
upwind.
I think he's worked it out that if he can finish in fourth spot, he'll win the Spring Championship. So Yandu at the moment is third.
Finport about to sheet on and go to the finish at high
And,
speed.
you know, we'll concentrate on these boys who have done a fantastic job. And they're a long way ahead of Balmain, who's running down in the lee of Steel Point. But they're just not quite in the strongest breeze yet, Finport. They'll get a bit fresher as they get further down the track here. Almost at the western end of Point Piper. Yeah, he's probably solved the hardest bit. Certainly was the survival of the fittest, and this has been a great effort by Mick Lane, Keegan and Brandon Mining.
So they might need a jibe to get down to the finish. Finishing line's late to leeward of the course a little
Oh,
bit.
it is. It's a fair way to leeward.
Yep.
From the norm.
Come on, boys, shoot her on. Chase the depth. They'll be right. Bit of choppy wind and then plenty on them now.
Your mic's not working. Yeah, yes. Your mic's not working.
Back of the bus, boys. All good.
Oh, they're right under the real pressure now.
And Ferry Wash about to intercept them.
Oh. So where's the pin? We have to try. Oh,
Ferry's doing them a big favour here.
oh, Ferry really not making things easy for them. Right in their way. See them in a moment. The ferry. There's the ferry.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, it is. So he's got. Where's the other end of the finishing line?
Behind
Just-
the ferry, Pete.
So he'll
the
get down
mark.
there, will he?
He's
Yep,
there.
he's there.
He's virtually there. Saving except for interference from the ferry. He's there easy.
Nice long finishing line.
Yeah, no, good.
Okay. There's the mark.
Helping the boys out a bit, the old
So,
committee.
Yep. Well done. Well
Sen-
sailed. Well
sen-
played.
Sensational.
Yeah.
Hour and 10 minutes, Pete, elapsed.
First class honours to those boys.
Yep.
Mika, Lane, Keegan York and Brandon Lane.
2 boxes of chocolates, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely. Well deserved. Well sailed.
But what have we got coming at us? The Balmain.
Balmain in second at the moment.
Been equally nearly as impressive.
Yep. just for that one wobble at Bradley's head the second time down the run. They just got very wobbly and couldn't jibe. But a very impressive effort by these boys also. They've impressed throughout this year.
On an absolute screamer.
So we'll just do some calculations here. Oh, Finport.
Balmain airborne to the finish.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Fantastic. That is sailing at its very best.
I got probably past the worst bit of bump there at the point.
But these are crew certainly on the improve here, Andrew.
Yep.
Getting better each week.
They will need to drive though to get to the finish, Pete.
Just
Although maybe not. They've got a header.
We've got a nice one to get down on.
Yep. Happy days. Happy days.
Got a screamer there. Oh,
Wow.
they've got a fair bit on here.
Yeah. They'll be right though. We've got plenty of room. All we've got to do is skate away. They'll be right.
Just a stern in the water. Look at the centreboards out of the water. Fantastic. So Balmain second. Henry Larkins, Finn and Flynn. Well done, boys. Another great effort. Oh, geez, hang on to it, boys.
You nearly sank him, Pete.
They're not quite there yet. They'll be there now.
They just sank it.
They there. Oh,
They're sinking.
it's the only capsize of the day, but they're over. They're finished.
They finished the race.
They're over and they're over. They're over the line, but in the tide. So
That's
second.
all right.
That's
Well
all right.
done.
Well done.
Just got the bow stuck in one there, didn't they? Over the line by one boat length.
So they will probably finish third on the point score if things stay the same, with Yandu to finish. He's coming in, Yandu, just at the jibe mark of the island. And the key to this championship will be the Royal Oak, Double Bay, Four Pines, if they finish. And there's a boat coming in. This is no name, is it?
That's a new boat, I think.
Your name here, or I
Yeah.
need a sponsor?
I think a
So
lap in
they're
arrears.
a lap in arrears, yep.
They're still
Well,
up, right?
because they come around the island, so
They
figure
first
it out.
time they couldn't.
we'll see what happens when they get here.
Yeah. This is Kurt Mitchell, and today his crew is
I think they might
Brendan
be,
Jenkins and Daniel Barnett.
might be
They're
going,
going home, I
going
think.
back to the bar,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
their
Through
day
the
is
finish
done.
line. Maybe.
So the veteran John Winning to finish yet. He'll be third. So, Andrew, what do we say? It's a day that boat handling was somewhat of important.
Was the only thing.
Yeah.
But you'll note that the Finport went around pretty much error-free. And Balmain not much lower standard than that.
And the Royal Oak was good till he got a bit wobbly at the Bradley's head the first time. And
The second time, Pete.
second time, but we seen, well, the first time on the run down, that's where he
Yeah.
got wobbly. Jimmy, have we seen the Royal Oak? We thought we saw him going upwind, but
We've seen them going upwind. I just haven't seen the green spinnaker coming back.
no, he wouldn't be there yet. Okay, all eyes are on Yandu for third. So at the moment, he is the clubhouse leader on points. He goes to 30 points. So Fish and Pike, what we know, he'll be no good. Yandu now, one capsize only, but a solid effort in third. And he will either be first or second in this spring point score. It's all dependent on our friends on the Royal Oak. It's Yandu just dropping their chute. So I'm going to go on a reconnaissance mission to see whether the Royal Oak is still going. So Andrew, I'll put you out of your misery. From Stuttgart in Germany, it was Pete Sheldrick's son.
Oh, Smelly.
There you go. Very nice boy, Luke. Out sailing yesterday on Love and War. Watches each week from Stuttgart.
There's burrowing upside down.
Oh, really?
Shark Island.
Right. The blue hull. They'll be tired, boys. They've had a few upside downs today. And we're looking at peering upwind into this windy day to see if we can find the Royal Oak. We're down at Double Bay coming up towards Shark Island and still can't see him. All we can see is burrowing just righting himself. He's a lap behind, I think, burrowing.
It looked like they had a couple of support boats with them up near the Western Light shippo, so maybe something not so great. But
oh. Okay, well, while we're just trying to find the Royal Oak, we'll just summarise the day, Andrew, for us, with Finport winning, Balmain second and Yandu third. Thoughts, please?
Well, it's the first really robust test we've had this season, and conditions pretty solid and difficult. About a maximum flow in tide, 25 knots of nor'easter more or less, 3 2-mile beats, and more to the point, 2 very tricky downwind legs around the corner of Shark Island, threading a needle into a heading pressure situation at the corner. And so plenty of places to fall in a pothole or stub your toe. And so people did that. And the rough water, a big part of the issue in reality. But let's look at the bright side. Pretty much error-free performance from the winner. Incredible. Stand-in skipper. Normal skipper Keegs stepping up onto the main sheet, making it look easy. Brandon Bank in the bow. Pretty good shot from him. And the boys on the Balmain in second, Henry, Finn Sprott and Flint Toomey, fantastic also. Just one little error where they got into water too rough to jibe in halfway down the second run. Apart from that, upright and calm and well sailed. We'll talk to him about their starting tactics of row F, but that's for another day. And your old mate, Woody, with...
That's Fisher Paykel just rounding the top mark. Sorry,
Yeah.
okay, that's just Fisher Paykel rounding the top mark, way off in the distance.
And they're a lap in arrears though, aren't they, Jimmy? They're not? They're on the last lap, okay. So, sorry, John Winning, Fang Warren and Pete Nicholson, Pete Stand-in Bowman, a pretty good effort to get it around, admittedly with one pretty bad swim into windward at the bottom mark. But they got around and showed some of the younger blokes what it was about.
And how to do it, except for that one capsize. But anyway, we've got boat way in the distance, just rounded the weather mark. It's Jordan Girdis in Fisher Paykel. So I can't see anyone else afloat. Jimmy, can you? I don't know what's happened to the Royal Oak.
I can't see him. I've just had a good scan.
What happens if Fisher Paykel finishes?
So if Fisher Paykel finishes in 4th spot, he will finish on 32 points. Yandu's on 30. So at this stage, we're provisionally saying that Yandu has won the spring point score because we don't know what's happened to the Royal Oak. And if he doesn't finish Royal Oak, then Yandu is the champion of the spring point score. Surprise, surprise. And the sponsor of the championship is Winning Appliances. So you might get a new refrigerator or bar fridge or something like that. So I'm sure he needs that. Yeah. So I think without going on much further, Jimmy, I think will say that we can't find our friends on the Royal Oak. We've looked everywhere for them. We saw them going upwind, but maybe they have gone back to port. And that would be a shame for them because they'd sailed pretty well with them. That's the Burrowang limping home. They've still got another lap to go if they decide to continue. I think that they will probably call it quits at this stage. So the only boat left to finish is Fish and Pickel. They're just coming downwind without a spinnaker. So they've got a long way to go in time and distance. They're probably a good 20 minutes off the finish. So I think we'll probably start to wind it up. It's been a fabulous afternoon of thrills and spills. As we said when we first came out, we knew it was going to be a day like this, a real war of attrition. Andrew has summed it up pretty well, I think. The fittest survived.
And Pete, we didn't, you know, as we mentioned, the closed water forecast suggested it might get to 30. I don't think we saw 30, but it was some bits that
close.
Were pretty close, yeah. So well done to the guys that got around in one bit, and to the guys that didn't quite get around in one bit, bit more homework, bit more training, boys.
Yeah, well, Jimmy, we're back next week.
Yep, 100% back next week. So
No 3 boys, it's just straight
First seed of the
first heat of the state titles,
Yep.
New South Wales titles. So
no more 3 boys.
same
so
course
back
for
to normal.
everyone. First to finish is the winner. So we're watching Burrowang limp home. So I think we'll say from a very windy but beautiful Sydney Harbour, if you like wind and full-on sunshine, it's been a perfect day. For some, not so perfect, a really hard day sailing, no doubt about that. And everyone that finished has got to be congratulated. So at the moment, we're saying the order of finishing is Finport, Balmain, Yandu, and possibly Fisher Pickel will limp home in 4th spot. And provisionally, Yandu is the spring champion for the year, and John Winning again's got to be congratulated for that effort. And today, certainly honours to Finport for their outstanding victory, but let's not forget the others that finished in Balmain, Yandu, and perhaps Fisher Pickel. So we look forward to next week, State Championship, first heat. On behalf of the team, Chits, Piers, Rob and Sam, thank you boys for tough conditions out here and working so well to bring the pictures to you. Jimmy Bury and Andrew Buckland, as always, thank you for your insightful comments. Andrew, hopeless on the trivia again. You've got to go home and do some homework. And we look forward to more trivia and bringing it to you next week from Sydney Harbour. So we'll say goodbye. Hope you've enjoyed it. Good afternoon from Sydney. Peter Shipway saying looking forward to your company. Same time, same place next week.